आला रे दम लगाएंगे जान लगाएंगे जलवा ऐसा दिखा देंगे हम लोहा गला देंगे पानी जला देंगे दुनिया हिला देंगे हम दुनिया हिला देंगे हम दुनिया हिला दे हम दुनिया हिला देंगे हम
இந்த நம்ம மியூசிக் இருக்குல்ல ஸ்டார்ட் த
आला रे आला रे
Am I okay? Sorry guys for the delay. Yeah, I think okay. We're set. Yes. Sorry Varun. Yes. Yeah. It's again unstable connections. Yeah. Anyways, good win. Good victory for Mumbai Indians. Their first victory of IPL 2022, defeating Rajasthan Royals. A solid team. And finally it was done. And then Gujarat Titans win their 8th match in 9, and they are through to the playoffs. So. Your thoughts, Varun, on the victory today from Mumbai Indians? First of all, let's talk about the MI and RR match.
Well, you only said right. They played 9 games, and we all know they lost 8 games. So it was long due, and for the
Yeah.
fans too, it was long due. We should at least see a little grin on their face, a little smile on their face. So we've all been experiencing the happiness and the parties, right? So at least Mumbai Indians fans and the players got one today, and especially being it Rohit Sharma's birthday, right? Looks like the team has given him a good birthday gift, but he couldn't give himself a good birthday gift with the bat. But hey, a team win is equal to a captaincy, win, and it gains confidence on the team as well. So again, maybe they can start to build some momentum going on forward. But again, they are out of the playoffs first of all, so maybe they can be party spoilers, just like how they were today. They can ruin some
Yeah.
chances for teams to go to playoffs. So yeah, they can do that. But again, as I said, it was long due. Finally, after multiple close games for Mumbai Indians, finally they have somehow won one.
Hmm.
Pollard, I mean, he wasn't able to execute his shots. He could have finished it right there, maybe in between the last few overs, like 18th, 19th over, but unfortunately, he couldn't execute his shots. That was a bit
Yeah.
sad to see, but again, he was trying his best, but again, okay, they won. That's the ultimate thing that you want to do. Net run rate doesn't matter, nothing doesn't matter except winning the game. And that's what they did. As I said, that's the ultimate goal, and they reached it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Josh Butler, I know he was a bit slow when he started, but hit 4 sixes in a row against Shokin and then got out in the last delivery. So, your thoughts on Josh Butler, because he wasn't been that effective than the last few matches. I know he scored 67 or 52, but the strike rate doesn't justify it. And I think I think before that Shokin over, I think he was around 37. He was having a strike rate below 100. So your
Mhm.
thoughts? And then Padikal getting out also immediately. I think even Shokin had a good match. And this debutant has been good also. Kumar Kartikeya, I think
Yeah.
left arm orthodox, yeah, 1 for 19 of overs. So your thoughts on this newly look MI attack today?
Maybe they can just continue on with this throughout the tournament. Maybe give a break to someone like Pollard, because as I said, he hasn't been quite executing his shots. It's not been his best season, that's for sure, right? I think we can all agree
Yeah,
on that. So maybe
yeah.
bring a bowler and bring an all-rounder and someone in. Maybe bring a person with the last name of a Yadav in. Yadavs have been performing really good, so maybe Sanjay Yadav
True,
can
true.
come in. They can try some changes because, as I already said, they're out of
They can
playoffs.
bring in
So
Brevis back, right? I think
ah,
they
Oh
Brevis.
yeah, Brevis is also there. Right? They can bring him in. Yeah, even they're not
But I
really
think
using.
Tim David, oh, he
Yeah,
was okay, but still I would like to have Brevis in this MI squad
yeah. I
because he's
mean,
the
see,
future, right? I mean, 18, 19,
they're
he
not even
justified.
using a Pollard for bowling a lot. Even if you see last game today, he only bowled 1 over. So they're not really looking at the sixth bowling option. And even
Yeah.
if you do, you have Tim David who can bowl you some overs. So
Hmm.
they can try some overseas player, maybe Deval Brevis.
Even Brevis can bowl. Even
Yeah,
Brevis can
Brevis
bowl
can
like.
also bowl if you want him as a seventh bowling option. So, you have multiple options right there. So, I mean, you don't really need Pollard who is a out of form man. So give him a
Hmm.
break. We all know how quality is, but it's an off season for him and you are not qualifying. Give him a break. But the bowling has really impressed me. I think the past few games it has been good. It was the batting that was an issue. They couldn't really chase it. I think Pollard was again the issue there. The opening couldn't really go and put a stand uh, and then Pollard coming at the end, he wasn't
Yeah.
able to execute his shots. He was going slow. So that was a problem. Maybe if he comes in the 14th, 15th over, he can take 10 balls and settle in and then go for the big shots. But today,
Hmm.
it wasn't really possible for him. He only played 14 balls, just scored 10 runs. So, he was really under pressure. But again, okay. As I said, the
Yeah.
ultimate deal is to win the game. And the pitch was
True.
also looking tricky. It helped the
Yeah.
spinners a lot. So, Rohit Sharma and Ko really had a good day with the bat as well. But could have expected a little bit better from the birthday boy. But again, doesn't matter. Let's just go
Yeah,
on
it
with the
doesn't matter as
game and
long as the team wins.
yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't
that's it.
matter. Yeah, we have Ritam joining us. Yes, first win for Mumbai Indians registered after 9 matches. No, not going. I mean, MI could have gone and reached that milestone of with KKR having 9 consecutive losses, but it didn't happen. Luckily, and I think the trend of Karachi Kings and Mumbai Indians are going on with Rohit and Baba Azam. Yeah, so your thoughts, Ritam?
Well, to be honest, I am again not impressed by the bowling of the Mumbai Indians. Literally, no one is a perfect wicket taker in this team right now, I can say. And also, talking about the batting, as you said, Rohit Sharma, I don't know what's wrong with him. Today, Virat Kohli also played a great knock, but I don't know what's Rohit Sharma is going to a very bad phase to the IPL. And it's not in this years as well. It's been continuing for a long time, for 2 to 3 years. But now, talking about the middle order of Mumbai Indians, it's perfect. The middle order has been the saving grace for Mumbai Indians. Tilak Verma, Surya Kumar Yadav. These are the, I would say, the saving grace. Also, I don't know why Deval Davis has been dropped today. Yeah, Team
Hmm,
David has been a perfect today. We got to see him playing the finisher's role.
I don't
But
agree.
see, Deval Davis, huh?
Yeah, yeah, continue. It's fine, Continue.
Yeah, I'm saying that am I dropping Deval Brevis all of a sudden? He should play more matches because he's actually the future of MI. Because in the next season, Deval Brevis and Tilak Verma are almost confirmed that they will be retained according to their performance. So literally, he should play he should play the most of the matches of Mumbai Indians. And on the other hand, Team David, yeah, today he has played good. I will say he has done his job better. But I feel Brady should be a perfect choice than him, I guess. And also,
I think Pollard should
talking
be
about,
dropped. I think Pollard should be
coming to
dropped
that,
first of all.
yeah, that's a major thing. Pollard, he has not been contributing in the bat as well as the ball. Yeah,
Mhm.
man. He is literally living the legend status in the Mumbai Indians squad, just like Kohli is living in the RCB one. Legend
I
status.
Rhythm, I want to ask you one question. What was the problem about Mumbai in his bowling today? I saw nothing wrong in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
what was wrong? Just tell me. Just quickly
well,
show me
uh,
through.
hmm. Pawan, can you please once hit the bowling of Mumbai Indians? I forgot the
Yeah,
wicket.
but I think it's stuck my screen. But yeah, I think Daniel Sam spun for 32 for overs. Jasprit Bumrah 0 for 27. Shokin 2
Yeah,
for
here it is.
47. 3
What,
overs.
27 runs is bad in 4 overs now? I never knew that.
Nah. We Jasprit Bumrah is a wicket taker, man. First of all, Jasprit Bumrah is a
No,
wicket
if
taking bowler,
he's
and
not
see,
taking wickets and he's being economical, the other
hmm,
the batsman will get pressured, and once the other bowler comes, they can take wickets.
good.
Bumrah doesn't need
See,
to be
see,
a
see,
wicket
see.
taker.
First of all, today's match, I will never say it's actual full of Mumbai Indians credit. First of all, I will say this. I will never say this one. It's a bad gameplay of Rajasthan Royals due to which we have lost. It's yeah. Means I don't have any.
How can you say
What I will
that,
say.
man? Be happy, at least you won one match at least. Don't say bad spirit of
I'm not happy
Mumbai.
at all. I'm fully. See,
At
the
least
captain and
accept the
vice captain are
victory.
not performing. Yeah,
Who is the vice captain?
Kyron Pollard.
Ah, okay.
See, first of all, the captain,
Yeah,
vice
yeah.
captain not performing. Then the main bowler is not performing. How you will feel satisfied? First of all, they will be playing for the Indian team as well. And also, Daniel Sam is literally picking up wickets. That's good. That's fine. But see,
Yeah.
Kyron Pollard, Kyron Pollard said,
Hmm.
Ishan Kishan, another biggest culprit of the Mumbai Indian squad. The biggest
Yeah.
fraud in the history of MI. Literally,
Uh,
he has done nothing, just 250s, and your 15 crores done. What a show! 15 crores for 400 runs.
Arey, Ritam,
Literally,
you won't be satisfied if you even win or not. Huh? After
bolo.
8 tosses,
Yes.
you won something. At least cherish that moment before you lose the next games as well. Come on.
Are yeah. For a win, I want performance from all the players.
Ay, babai. You can't expect too much from this MI side, Ritam. Come on.
I am dissatisfied today, even after
That's
winning.
true.
Okay, okay.
That is true. I agree. I agree. Yeah, but anyways, Rajasthan Royals coming back to you, Varun. I don't know this Dariel Mitchell. I don't know where he's
Yeah.
batting number 4, number 5. He's not helping Rajasthan at all. And Hetmeyer was very slow today. Very strange from Hetmeyer today. 6 of 14. We didn't see these kind of innings from Hetmeyer when he played for the first 8 or 9 matches. So your thoughts on Darian Mitchell? Should they bring in Obed McCoy back? Not being convinced with Darian Mitchell. His bowling was, I think, 20 runs in 1 over today. Literally
See,
killed the game for RR maybe.
I, ne- I never even wanted Daryl Mitchell in because if RR is looking for the fifth, sixth bowling option, Daryl Mitchell is not the way to go. If you even see, he gave away in his first over in IPL, he gave away 20 runs. I mean, that's not acceptable. And you still had 1 over of Trent Bolt left. He was bowling at an
Trent Bolt.
economy of 8, and it's better than an economy of 20, right? Why did you give it to
Hmm.
Mitchell when you could have given to Bolt? You finished 3 overs of him in right in the power play. You could have just kept him. You didn't need to keep him at the death if he's troubling the batsman that too. You could have just given the seventh or
Yeah.
eighth over to Trent Bolt, and you gave it to Daryl Mitchell, and that's where the game changed. You got 20 runs, and the momentum changed right there. Right, so that was a very bad option. First of all, I think they tried Daryl Mitchell at 6 or 7 in the first game that he played. Now they're just switching positions here and there again. That's gonna be a bad thing for
Yeah.
Rajasthan if they do go to playoffs because first of all, they're overly dependent on Josh Butler. Even if you see if he scores a century, they might go to somewhere between 180, 190 or 200 plus. Right, if Josh Butler maybe hits a 30, 40, 50, this kind of range. Innings there is staying stuck at this 140, 150 range, right? He needs to stay till the
Hmm.
15th, 16th over, or else these batsmen are not carrying the innings. Last time you saw, I think in the first half at Fire, he was doing okay, but why? Butler really set up that foundation for the team, and that's why Hetmeyer, felt that confidence that he can go for the big shots. Now look at his innings. Right,
Hmm.
40
Hmm.
strike rate. Even last few games as well, he has now been himself. What you have seen in the first couple or few games. At the start of the IPL. So it's all really depending on Josh Butler. And as I said,
Hmm.
Darrell is not really important. If you want that fifth, sixth bowling option, you can go with Obed McCoy. If you're looking for the
And
batting,
the
if you're
other
going
strange
for a
decision of
batting batsman,
Sanju Samson is not going to score. I mean, he went to Kuldeep Sen for the last over instead of Trent Bolt. I don't
Bold.
know what justified Kuldeep Sen
Yeah,
to bowl the last over instead of Bolt.
that's the thing. It's great. It was very interesting choices. As I said, if you would not have given that over to Darren Mitchell, the game would have changed.
Hmm. Rhythm, your thoughts on Sanju Samson's captaincy slightly today? I mean, bit faulty, I think, is not giving Bolt one that fourth over and costed the match. I mean, Dariel Mitchell bowling one over. I think last match it worked. I think when he bowled in the 11th over and he considered 7 runs only, if I'm not mistaken. I saw his bowling once he considered 7. So this match he considered 20 runs. So that's what happened.
I feel that right now, yeah, as you were saying, that Mitchell is literally what I will say. He's actually an opening batsman who can ball. So right now you are not playing him in his actual position. So that first of all you have already lost him because he's what I will say, Rohit Sharma kind of player who can play in one position. So
Hmm.
literally, I think Daniel Mitchell can be dropped right now, and as he's doing nothing for the team. For me, I guess RVD should be backed up again because we already know how RVD looks dangerous in a South African jersey, and this might look good in the Rajasthan as well, and they might have a strong middle order if RVD comes. And
RVD,
yeah,
Dasan.
R- R-
Rasivan
Rasivan
Anderson.
Anderson, yeah.
Okay.
Mm, no, I would rather go back to Obed McCoy. I think he did some justice with the ball and he'll help also RR with the ball. But I think there's 6 batsmen also. That's the issue. I think if Parag can fire a bit, which we didn't see from Parag today, maybe bring in
That's where they messed up. They don't have
Karun
number
Naik
six
back.
and seven. They don't have number 6 and 7.
Maybe they could bring in a
Macro is
Karun
liter-
Naik, but I don't know. Or even a
uh,
Gawal, if I'm not mistaken. That guy could be given a chance.
Who?
Shubham Gawal.
Ah,
Shubham Gawal, yeah.
yeah, true.
Maybe those two, I don't
well,
know. Otherwise,
seriously, I will say Macro is literally. I will say Macro will pick you wickets. He will be a match winner at the end, but he will be expensive just like Mitchell only.
But he won't go for an economy of 20.
Not 20, but below like that, below that, 16, 15, 14, like that only. If you have seen his matches.
He takes wickets, right? Then he sets up a
Yeah,
foundation for
yeah.
his team as well.
yeah,
Something
true.
Bangalore
I
can do.
agree. Yeah, so good
And
win
also,
for
as you were speaking about, yeah, and also
MI.
you were speaking
What
about
else can
trend.
we talk?
Huh?
Surya Kumar Yadav's knock.
Hmm?
Yeah, Surya Kumar Yadav's knock was really good today. And I think, as Preetham mentioned earlier, also Surya Kumar Yadav and Tilak Verma are the players who are performing for MI this season. So, Varun, your thoughts, especially on Tilak Verma, because he's a youngster and he's grabbing the opportunity very well, dealing with the pressure in the middle order and scoring runs. So, your thoughts on the number 3, number 4, number 5 MI, who are always
I
saving
mean,
MI.
as Ritam said, they are the only ones who are performing. Right? Surya Kumar, Tilak Verma, if Jabal Breath is saying he is also performing. So, I mean, that's not really the kind of team you want. You need everyone to contribute, even the opening. You spent like what 15 crores on Ishan, and you have a captain Rohit Sharma who are opening, and they're not even performing. That's not what you want from your team. Especially when you're opening, you have to set up a foundation, and then the middle order can carry on the innings. But the middle order is coming in right into the first 6 overs, the power play itself. So that's not what you really want, right? But okay, they're
Yeah.
carrying the game, and that's good. At least they got their first win with that. Right? Somehow it just worked out with the middle order. And Surya Kumar Yadav, he's to be honest, he's just taking the whole responsibility of this batting lineup. Not Tilak, but Surya Kumar, because he can anchor the innings, right? He can play the aggressor role. If he anchors, Tilak Verma can go big, and then at least Surya Kumar can be like a strike rotating partner for Tilak, so he could feel comfortable that he has another experienced player right next to him. Or as I said, he can play the attacking role. They both can play attacking role. He can go both ways. Tilak Verma, an unorthodox pick because we really haven't heard of him. But the Hyderabadi boy, he's
Hmm.
performing really really well. I think he's fifth or fourth in the run. Orange cap. Leaders right now.
Yeah, I
Fifth or
think so.
fourth.
Yes,
So
yes.
that just tells you this uncapped player, this raw young talent. This is what you really want from any side, and looks like Mumbai scouts have finally found a player who they can keep for a long time. right? So that's what
Yeah.
you want. So the number 4, number 5 is confirmed for Tilak Verma. The number 3, number 4 is confirmed for Suryakumar. They have to focus on number 5, number 6, and maybe some of the opening. Maybe they won't change the opening, but somehow, at least by next season, they should just come back stronger. And you have a lot of
Yeah.
Indian series, you have the World
I
Cup.
think the
So,
best thing. I think
yeah.
the best thing for them is to find a opener perhaps and then push Ishan Kishan in that middle order.
But then Suryakumar and Tilak Verma positions will be altered.
But Tilak can bat at number 5, right? Perhaps you don't have to
Yeah,
change
but
Sky's
he's
position.
performing well at 4, right? So why do you again want to change it?
Yeah, but Ishan Kishan is a huge concern, I would say, for MI. Even Mahil also pointed out about Ishan Kishan not coming up to expectations of the 15 crores. So I don't know what to say. Maybe mm, perhaps release him. I don't know what to say to MI right
They
now
won't release
because
him. They
of the
spent
15
15
crores.
crores on him. Why would they
Yeah, but
release
they
him
can
just after
release him
next
and buy
season?
back. No, that's what they did with Tunat Kat, right? They released him after buying him for 13 crores and then bought him
Teams
back.
like Gujarat Titans might buy him because they don't have good wicketkeeper options. Saha might be performing just in the game versus Sunrisers, but you can't really depend on him all the time. And Ishan
Yeah,
Kishan can be a long term. Okay, take this word long term, right? Then Mumbai Indians
yeah.
will definitely keep him because he's still young.
Hmm,
Fifth
hmm,
guy might be a hefty price, but it can be used, throughout some seasons as well. When the mega
true.
auction comes, or if it does come, it might not, but if it does, they might just release him there and buy him back.
Hmm, I agree. Yeah. I think let's go to the RCB and Gujarat Titans match because I think eighth win in a row. Sorry, not eighth win in a row. Sorry, eighth win for us, Gujarat Titans.
Yeah.
This campaign. So I
Eighth
mean, I
win in
think
a
they are
row.
qualified. I know, no, they have no eighth win in IPL. Sorry, this
Uh,
season. Sorry, yeah, yeah. Anyway, sorry for that. Yeah, but yeah, Gujarat Titans. I think almost qualified. I think or qualified for the playoffs. I don't know.
how many
16
points?
points. I think is enough.
Ah,
I think to
they
qualify.
qualified. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, but brilliant. I think, especially I know RCB scored 170. Very slow innings from Virat Kohli. I know he got 58, but the strike rate and I think from 40 to 58, I think 40 runs to 58 is very very slow. So your thoughts on the RCB batting and then Sangwan was just brilliant. Pradeep Sangwan, experienced ball. I think he left arm ball. I think he was 2008 also. I think he was in a squad. So I think around.
RCB. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he was with RCB, he was with Delhi Capitals, that
He was
Delhi
with
Daredevils
Gujarat
that time.
Lions.
And yeah, he was in a lot of teams and not played. And he's only played around 30 games. So, your
Mhm.
thoughts on that addition today from Gujarat Titans?
Unexpected, but it worked out. Right. I mean, they don't really have much pressure as well because they have what 5, 6 games left. They know
Yeah.
all they already qualified and they just needed like 1 or 2 wins left, and they're already going at a great momentum. So even if they make any silly changes or strategical changes, if you would like to call them, it wouldn't really matter for them because they have the momentum, they have the confidence that they're gonna win. And literally, I think Sangawan, as I said, he was unexpected, but he really performed.
Hmm.
We really don't know this guy, haven't really heard his name, but he is experienced in the IPL, I can say. But he performed really well. Just economy of 4.8.
He's
His
very
first,
experienced in the domestic. I think he
yeah,
was captain of Delhi also, I
he.
think,
I
in
think
Ranji
this is
Trophy
his
and all.
comeback after 4 or 5 years in the IPL. Last time I saw him was in 2017. So it's been for
Hmm.
almost 5 years since he came back to IPL, just like Rishi Dhawan.
Yeah.
It's been a while. But same thing about Pradeep Sangwan and Varun Aaron is
Yeah.
they just come once in every 5 or 6 years. You don't really see them very often. So this is the kind of players. But once they show up, they're performing well, and that's what Sangwan did. He got 2 major wickets. Right, Patidar, who's been looking fantastic today, and then
Hmm.
Faf du Plessis, and he got him for a duck, the captain for
Hmm.
a duck. So that's a good thing to do. And as I said, a bowler that has not been really coming in the IPL for the past 5 years and taken 2 wickets on the trot immediately. So that's a good thing to see. And I bet they're just gonna stick with this. But another problem is Alzari Joseph. He's
Hmm.
not getting the right lines. He might have speed, but I think as we were talking about Umrah and Malik in the first few games, he wasn't getting his line right, and people were smacking him, and the situation has fallen upon Alzari Joseph now. So I'm
Yeah.
expecting he might be dropped. Maybe they gave him one more chance, and he might be dropped.
True. I think they have a lot of options also to go if
Oh
Alzavi
yeah,
Joseph is dropped. Yeah, I think they can experiment with their team. Also go for a Yash Dayal and then drop maybe bring in a Gurbas or something
they can
perhaps
bring in
to be.
Dominic Drakes or Noor Ahmed,
Yeah, but extra spinner. Why would you need extra spinner, right? In
but they
this, I
only
know
have
they
one
have
spinner.
Rashid
Right? They
Khan,
only have one spinner.
but Rashid Khan is enough, right? With how he's performing for Gujarat. Why
But
would
you
you need
don't
a
want,
spinner?
two pacers who are going for more than 9, 10 economy all the time, like in Ferguson, Joseph. Maybe a spinner can calm that down, and that the
Hmm.
Afghan duo might work out. They can try it.
Perhaps. Yeah, they could experiment their team since they are qualified, perhaps. So,
Uh,
yeah. But RCB, I don't know why Lomro is betting at number 7. I really don't get it. Lomro could bet above Shabas, I would feel. He played a small cameo. I mean, okay, I mean, one hit the cable and then that could have gone for a 6, but still, your thoughts on Lomro? I think I mean, a good small cameo, but could bet above, I would say.
yeah, I would have liked to see him after Maxwell. Kohli, Faf, Duplessis, Patidar, Maxwell, and then Lomror because his usual position is around 4-5. So I would have liked to see him at 5 because Maxwell is confirmed at 4, so you can't change that. So maybe at 5. But again, he came in at 7, and somehow, okay, he just smacked 2 4s and 1 6. That's fine. It's send them to 170, a par score, I would say. If you would have sent him a bit above, he was looking in touch, so maybe he could have scored a bit more. Yeah, again,
Hmm.
Karthik and Shabazz Ahmed, they lay a foundation. I mean, they've been carrying the team for a very long time in this season as so far. So you could expect some performances. But Karthik, he's had 3 and 3 failures so far. So another thing to worry about. I don't know what's wrong with
Hmm.
Karthik now, and Shabazz Ahmed
I think too much
failures for him as
expectations
well.
now since
Too much,
he's about to
yeah,
get
that's
added
what.
to the Indian
Too much
squad.
pressure
Yeah.
on him as well because Kohli, he's not really performing today. He might have scored 58, but look at that
Yeah.
strike rate and how many deliveries he took. 53.
Patidar
That's a problem.
is a positive though
Patidar,
because people
Patidar
dropped
was
him
good. Yeah,
as a replacement. Yeah. So
yeah.
perhaps
Patidar,
he's the
Patidar
only
looks to be successful
and
for them.
Maxwell should take more responsibility. I mean, 33 of 18, okay, but he shouldn't be getting out like the way he's getting out is kind of not good. I would say Maxwell is going
How did
one
he
shot
get
too
out this
many. I
time?
would say.
Reverse sweep? Did he get a reverse sweep wicket?
Yeah, I think so. Yes,
Oh
yes,
my
this time
god.
also. Maxwell is going. Is trying to be too innovative. I would say
Innovative.
this season. I don't know. This Maxwell had a lot of control last season, but I'm
Yes,
not sure. I think
yes.
those are
Yeah.
Dubai conditions. But here in India, he's showing some promise. He's showing some promise, like what he did. I don't know. I don't know for Punjab one season. He did that. I think 2014.
2014.
But after that we didn't see the Maxwell that we did. But I mean, small cameos are needed, but when Faf is not taking responsibility, Kohli, now the middle order has been struggling in the 2 3 matches. It's a big concern, and 3 in a row also for RCB, by the way,
Yeah.
also.
I mean, before I think no, after the auction, I was on this show, I think, and I said people didn't believe me. People were doubting me. That saying, I said RCB have to completely, depend on 50 places. Now,
Mm,
if he doesn't perform, maybe RCB stand right there. They can lose a lot of games. At the first, they
yeah.
were okay, but now the RCB, I really, said in this show, it's now coming true. They
Mm,
need to depend on their top order, like their captain Faf, or else they're not performing now. That's what's coming through, and their bowling also it's been not even decent today. So I mean, Hasaranga was the only good one. Hazelwood another
yeah.
failure. Hazelwood's going
Hazelwood, I think
everything now.
first match. I think first match he failed. I think
First
he
match was good.
usually. Yeah, you know, I mean, Hazelwood was good for all these matches. I think first time I said he failed in a match. I think
So
13.28.
after the SRH game, so one game he went expensive. The next game also he went expensive. I forgot which team that was, and now against Gujarat he went expensive. He's
Mm,
3 and 3, 3 and 3 losses,
yeah.
3 and 3 failures for Hazelwood, 3 and 3 failures
Mm,
for Faf, 3 and 3 failures I would say for Kohli. So I mean, 3 and 3 failures for Shabas, 3 and 3 failures for DK, 3 and 3 failures for Harshal.
but
So
Shabas was good with the ball though. Shabas 2 for 26
okay,
zeros.
maybe,
At
but
least
with
he
the
got
bat,
20 runs.
people are RCB is relying with him with the bat because the top order is not really performing, right? So they need something with the bat. 3 and 3 failures with that as well. So
Hmm.
the middle order is
Big
very
concern.
concerning.
Yeah, I don't feel like RCB is going to go to the playoffs with the way they're playing right now. With
And
this
the
with the
net run
same
rate's really
mentality.
bad. Net run rate's in
Yeah.
negative 5-6 now. So
And if Delhi win tomorrow, then I think RCB could be heading into trouble also,
oh yeah,
especially with the net run rate. Yeah.
yeah,
So I think Delhi has the best, I think. Yeah,
yeah. You have a
0.695. Yeah.
69. You have 69.
Yeah, 695. Yeah, 695. Yes.
Yeah.
So if they beat Lucknow tomorrow, then
You go to 4.
yeah, they'll go to around.
You go to
Yeah,
4.
they'll go to. Yeah, they go
4
to
only.
4. Yes, unless
4.
Sunrisers beat Chennai. Yeah, which
Chennai,
we'll
we go
discuss
to
later.
4
Yeah.
only. We go to 4 again. Yeah.
Yeah. So Sunrisers will go to 4 if they win tomorrow because they have 12 points. Yeah. But
Yeah.
anyways, Barun, we'll talk about the preview tomorrow quickly and then we'll wrap
Uh,
things up. Yeah. First of
let's not talk
all,
much about the SRH game, huh? It's my superstition.
yeah, MS Dhoni, but we have to know. We'll first talk about CSK with
About MS
substances.
Dhoni, okay, but
Yeah.
the rest of
Yeah, but MS Dhoni back as captain of CSK. Do you think it was the right decision, or do you think it's too late by CSK to make such radical decisions? Because I think Jadeja said he wants to focus on this game, and I clearly see there's something is affecting Jadeja when he's captain, and I think maybe he could have made the right decision, but it's a worry when it comes to who's going to lead the captaincy of CSK after MS Dhoni retires, so gives away. That's a big problem.
I would say it wasn't too early or it wasn't too late. It was unnecessary. It was really unnecessary because CSK management and Jadeja should already know they're not qualifying. So maybe he could have just tried to change his formula, see what's really successful for him, and
Yeah.
continue at this tournament, and maybe give it to Dhoni by the end of the season. I mean, by next season. I mean, I think we all expected Jadeja would be passing on the captaincy because he had a lot of pressure on him. In the field, he wasn't looking composed. With the ball,
Mm,
he's not looking good. With the
mm,
bat, he's failing. So, the captaincy is really putting a lot of pressure on him. I expected it, but not this soon. That's for sure. I mean, Dhoni, he might be retiring in the next two, maybe this year or next
yeah.
year. Who's gonna
Yeah.
be the captain then? Are you gonna give it to Ruturaj? I don't know. He's not even performing well right now.
Mhm.
Will you give it
True.
to Moeen Ali? He hasn't even cemented his position in the Chennai lineup. Will you give
Yeah.
it to Uttappa? I don't even know if he's ever captain before. Right? Will you give it to
Dwayne
Deepak
Bravo,
Chahar? I
perhaps.
don't. Huh?
Dwayne Bravo, perhaps. Dwayne
Dwayne
Bravo
Bravo,
could
what
be
will
nice.
he do, man? What will he do? He will also retire soon enough. He'll retire with Dhoni, perhaps. So who will you give it to? You don't have the captaincy option. Will you give it to
Oh,
Mahesh Tikshana? Who the hell knows? Who will you give it to? That's the problem, and that's the problem
they can
giving
give
it
it to
to
Dubey,
Dhoni right now.
perhaps. They could give it to Dubey, perhaps, if they want.
Dhoni has to play for another 5 or 6 years now.
And that's not likely, unlikely. I don't know what to say. CSK, I think they should find a captain, perhaps in the mini options, if there is any available captaincy options,
They can go with
especially
Ian
overseas.
Morgan. They can go with Ian Morgan.
Yeah, but then he'll fail with the bat. No, if he's given a chance,
Look
perhaps.
at Kane Williamson, man. What is he doing for us?
Yeah, but at least he's scoring. No, half century he scored once, right? I think this
Once.
season once.
Once.
But Ian Morgan didn't even score a 50, no, last season, if I'm not mistaken.
He
Just
didn't.
147 runs or something and just
Let
scored
me
40
check.
runs, I think, highest score.
Uh,
I think same role as Dhoni. Dhoni also didn't score much last season, though, but that was in Dubai.
you don't need to expect much from Dhoni. That's for sure. Oh, his highest was 47 last year. What?
Yeah, that's what.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, that's why they went to Shaz Iyer, no? But see, Iyer is also not living up to expectations being KKR captain.
He only scored 133 runs. Strike rate of 95.
But then the good
Average
thing
of
with Shaz Iyer
11.
he's the highest run scorer for KKR, and I think
Yeah,
he's third. I think third or fourth in the orange cap. So that's
right
the only
now.
positive that they can take.
Really? He's that far ahead.
Hmm.
But even if we see his performance right now, he's not really. We don't really feel he's performing. Oh, he's in 7th. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting. Yeah. But SRH, I think they'll stick with the same playing 11, right? I think
Yes,
they don't
yes.
have to, with after Shashank Singh scoring 26 of 7, I don't think they have to change the
20,
playing 11.
25 of 6.
But don't you think, okay, Sundar was replaced by Suchit, right? So I think feel bad for Suchit after how he performed, but it's fine. I think since Sasank is also scoring runs, I think one spinner is enough. I would say. I don't know whether I
Yeah, it
don't think
is
they
enough.
can
I
change
see.
the
If
fast
you
bowling
want
lineup.
extra spinners, you have Abhishek Sharma, you have Kane Williamson, you have Aiden Markram. If you want like a one over spinner, right? So
Hmm.
I have a lot of options right there.
Yeah. See, I don't know what CSK will do tomorrow. By the way, I don't know what changes they'll be up to because now that Dhoni is back as captain. Do you expect any changes from CSK, or do you think they'll also stick with the same playing 11?
Let me check their last game team. Let me just check it. Recent games. Let's check IPL. Pa 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 pa. Who did they play against? PBKS. Okay.
Yeah.
And who are
Yep.
their four overseas? Santner, Bravo, Pretorius,
Dish.
Diksha. Okay. So looks like they cannot get in Moin Ali. I want to see Moin Ali in for
Moin Ali is
CSK.
injured. He's
Oh,
injured. He
he's
has a
injured.
hamstring.
Okay, then. Okay, then.
Yeah, he
This
has a
this
hamstring
lineup
injury.
won't
He
be
may be
changed then.
out.
This
He may
lineup
be
won't
out
be
of
changed.
IPL. He may be
This,
out of IPL 2022 due to the
this
injury.
lineup's
I
not
think
changing then. It's not changing.
CSK are having
If
too
the
many
only change I
injuries.
would like to see it's Moin Ali for Santner, but if that's not happening,
No, no, he's
it's
injured.
no
He's
change.
having a hamstring injury. So I
Yeah, and
think this
it's
could be the third player to be injured. I mean, could be out of IPL 2022, which is a big shame for
doesn't
CSK
really
right now.
matter anymore, right? So,
I think they still have a 1% probability, but I think they lose
yeah,
one
what
match.
is
CSK fans expecting for them to win all the matches. So what's to be done?
it's possible, who knows? Anything can happen. It's the
Yeah,
IPL.
anything can happen. Yes. I think MI unlikely, but CSK, yes, they do have a chance still, but they have to win all their
Even if
six
MI
remaining
win, they're
matches.
out. They'll only end up with 12 points even if they win all their games.
Yeah. Even KKR, they have to win 5 out of 5, otherwise they was out.
Mm.
So both of them could be heading out if they lose one more match. So let's see
Mhm.
how it goes. But I think the most interesting match is Delhi versus Lucknow because I think Delhi, I think, have won the last match. Lucknow have won the last match. So going to be very interesting match tomorrow, especially a day match also. So
Yeah.
what do you think expect happening in this match? Because I think the day game against Gujarat and RCB, I think RCB won the toss and chose to bat, and then still they lost the game. Gujarat, I think last Saturday they won the toss and chose to bat. They won that match. So, what do you expect tomorrow for the toss? I mean, especially if teams are batting first, especially when it's day games now. So, your thoughts on that?
So where are you guys playing? 1K day. Okay, let's check. Let's just check the pitch for a minute. This will be the first day game at the Wankhede Stadium this season, which has seen teams to be successful at both defending and chasing, with 5 wins for defending and 6 wins for chasing. The afternoon conditions will do add dimensions to the contest. Ooh, interesting. So looks like chasing has been the advantage by 6/5, but anything can happen here. It all depends on how you play. Even if you check at night game as well, Sunrisers have posted around 195, right? So it won't really matter if you bat first or bat second, but I would go with the
Yeah,
batting second because what target you have on the board and you can play according to that situation. So
yeah, true.
whoever wins the toss, I think they have to bowl first.
Hmm. I agree with you. Yeah. Lucknow have been, I mean, good with their bowling attack has been improved and they're settled. I think more than, than the first game. And very impressive with Mohsin Khan. I think he's been
Yes.
very impressive. 3 for 24 last match, and then his lines have been very good. And it's good to see. I mean, Shamir, Mohsin Khan, Avesh Khan was a bit expensive, I think, last match, but I think he can definitely come back. So and then Jason Holt as I think he's not himself, but at least he's contributing with the ball a bit. But yeah, and Ravi Bishnoi was good. But Krunal Pandya, we need to talk about Krunal Pandya because that guy, I think, highest wicket taker right now for Lucknow with 9 wickets.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, so he's been doing a good job. So your thoughts on Krunal? I mean, last 4 matches he has been very very impressive and seems like he's being a new leaf. Perhaps I think since leaving MI because I think for MI perhaps I think his first man of the match first of all. in the last match against Punjab. On Friday. I think the last man of the match was the final of the 2017 IPL
70.
where he scored a 46, and then
Yeah.
Mumbai beat Rising Pune Super Giants by 1 run.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, he's having a dream season with the ball, that's for sure. And I'm just checking the list here of the Purple Cup leaders. He's not even in the list. Avesh Khan is leading it for LSG
Yeah.
right
He
now
has
with 11
13, I think.
wickets.
Yeah, but
So
I think
yeah,
he's second. He's
yeah.
second, I think.
Who?
Yeah,
Avesh
to Kunal.
Khan?
No, Krunal
Ah,
Pandya.
okay, okay. For LSG,
Yeah,
you
for
mean?
Lucknow Super Giants. I was not talking
Okay,
about
see,
the
even
KCR
if he
Krunal.
doesn't take wickets, he's being really economical, and that might just set more pressure on the batsman. Then they can try to attack the other bowler who just comes in after Krunal, and they can get the wickets because they go for those unnecessary shots, right? So that can happen. But
Hmm.
Krunal Pandey has been a very good man. I did not really expect this because he usually has an economy of 10 and over, right? But this time he
Hmm.
had an economy of under three last game.
Yeah,
That was
true.
brilliant to see. I mean, as we also say, he can't bat, he can bowl. We used to say these. He's the half all rounder. I said that personally, and now he's proving me wrong. With the batting, it's a
Hmm.
bit concerning, but with the ball, he's really proving everyone wrong.
Batting was, I think he played 2 cameos. He didn't score a half century. I
He's
think he scored
okay
a
in batting.
47.
He's
And
okay, but as I said, he's
yeah,
having a dream season with the ball, and that's
yeah,
what
true,
Lucknow
true,
also
true.
wants
Agree.
from him.
I think he's done better than Jason Holder, perhaps. I think Jason Holder isn't contributing with the batty, though. Even I think ball, he did, I think, 1 or 2 matches, but he has got 9 wickets as well, Jason Holder. But being
The
overseas
bounce
player
isn't
and being
working for
highly
him.
rated,
The bounce
you
isn't
need.
working for him.
Hmm, true, I agree. Yeah, and I think Chamiros has been doing a good job, especially in the power play, helping LSG perhaps, and in the death toss he has been very good with the variations also. And yeah, Ravi Bishnoi, I'm tad disappointed with him. I think he could have done things better. I think he had 7 wickets. He could have done. I think he's playing the secondary role to Kunal. I see Ravi Bishnoi, what he's trying to do. Yeah, I think his economy is not
His
bad. I
economy
just
is
checked.
very bad. He's over, I think, 9 this season.
Yeah, that's why. That's not the way. I think Punjab he was way better. That's the issue with Vishnu. I don't know what's up with him. With yeah, 8.22. Yes, an average
This
forty-one point
season,
one four. Yeah, this season. So not been that impressive.
wow.
And 2 for 22 also. So yeah, not the Ravi Bishnoi. We see that I think he had a dream debut for India also in the 2020 series against Sri Lanka. But yeah, need to expect a bit more from Ravi Bishnoi, right?
Yeah, I mean, it happens. You might have a bad season, but not this early because if you have this kind of a bad season just straight on in your young career, it might affect you a lot. Even going into maybe the auction, being picked by teams, picked by India because India also they might be looking for a spinner, and if they see Bishna going expensive like this, it can be a problem. You can clearly see that he's trying to take wickets. I mean, all these younger spinners, fast bowlers, they want to take wickets. They try to aim for the stumps, but again, they bowl the bad lines and they can get smacked by the batsman. So you can clearly see Bishna is trying to get wickets, but
Hmm.
that's
Yeah,
also
the
the
biggest
problem.
concern for Bishnu is the form of Yuzvendra Chahal and Kuldeep. I mean, Kuldeep
Yeah,
in
Kulcha's
Kuldeep
back.
especially because yeah, Kuldeep could take the place of Bishnoi perhaps with, and then Rahul Chahal also, even though he's got 10 wickets, not been the highlight, but still he's been getting the wickets as at
See,
crucial
Chahal
moments.
and
So
Kuldeep are the top two purple cap, leaders right
yeah,
now. Rahul
yeah,
Chahar and who's Ravi Bishna, I don't even think their names could be popped up anymore. Kulcha is back.
yeah, yeah. So good. I think Kuldeep has been brilliant, especially against KKR. I don't know, eight wickets in 2 matches. Should have got a 5 wicket haul. I don't know what Pant did that day. I think a lot of people are saying that there was 2 left-handers, and since he's a left-arm
Uh-huh.
Chinaman, they didn't want to risk Kuldeep with left-arm batsman that
Yeah,
match.
yeah.
So I think that's what Pavel said, and then that's what Pant also said after the post-match. This thing, they are saying it was not a miscalculation. What happened over there?
Hmm.
Yeah, but I think Kuldeep 17 wickets, just 2 wickets behind Chahal over
Chahal,
here.
yeah.
Its economy 8, okay. I mean, Chahal has
8 is okay for a
7.22.
spinner. 8 is okay for a spinner.
Yeah, 8.08 strike rate level, 10.4. Better
Oh
than
wow.
Chahal. No,
That's awesome.
slightly bit worse, I think. But anyways, he's got 2 4-wicket hauls. How good has Kuldeep been? And has been, I think, 4 man of the matches. Just one more to beat Virat Kohli also in a season.
See, whenever Kuldeep is performing, Delhi is winning. Whenever Kuldeep gets a man of the match award, Delhi is winning. So you need Kuldeep to perform in order for Delhi to win.
Yeah,
That's
at
it.
least 2 wickets. At least 2 wickets,
Ah.
perhaps. Yeah.
He just needs to earn the man of the match award in order for Delhi to win.
Yeah, hope someone
That's
else
been the
actually
season so far.
contributes though
That's been
tomorrow.
the season.
Actually, hope someone else, at least a Warner or a Prithvi Shaw, contributes tomorrow. I think the middle odd. I think number 3, number 4 now. For Mumbai, we're saying number 5, number 6, number 7. But for Delhi, it's the number 3, number 4. Mittelmarsh. He was in touch, but then he went one shot too many, I would say, for Mittelmarsh
I think
in
the
the last
first
match.
boundary got was an edge, right? So he wasn't really looking stable. Maybe he played 1 or 2 balls well, and then he unfortunately got out.
Yeah, but I think Delhi might stick with Marsh. I think even for this match, perhaps. Yeah, but I think Lalit also. I don't know what to say about Lalit. I think bowling is not being consistent. That's the issue, and batting also. So, but I think they'll stick with him because they provide that extra spinning option also.
Pant is really trusting Lalit Yadav. No, maybe not in batting, but in bowling because he's almost every game he's giving him the ball at least for 1 over. So that's good to see from a captain's perspective, and you have an extra spinner option. If Aksar's not performing, Lalit can bowl a solitary over, right? So you have a good option there. I won't prefer to lose him because you never know when he might finish a game. He finished a couple of games for you right in the start of the season, that too, right? So he has the capacity, but he also needs another partner to just rotate the strike with him. Hello, Pajay.
Hello, guys.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Yeah, Paji joining us. Yeah, Paji, sorry for the late notice. I was not expecting to do, but then my assignments ended, so then I planned to do it very late. So, but anyways,
no, it's fine. It's fine. I just
of DC versus NXG. Yeah, Paji, yes.
Yeah, DC.
The preview of DC versus NXG.
Yeah, DC is a must-win victory for them now. The results have gone their way, and then we'll see what happens tomorrow. And as I said, it's a big game. But today, I'm still gutted. I'm still too devastated of how we chose to bowl Mitchell in that over.
Must be still disappointed.
I'm devastated.
To lose.
That too against Mumbai Indians.
Yeah, that 9th star, I had it all planned. Yeah, I had it all planned.
Did you do the Bharatami reel? Yeah, did you do the Bharatami reel?
Oh, I've done it. Yeah, it's pretty dour. It's pretty sad, but yeah. So is it Sunrisers? It's Mitchell. The Mitchell decision.
Yeah, 20 runs.
20 runs in the over. You can't. And the thing, there was no need to do it. I don't understand. Because the fact is, you knew after these 2 batsmen had gone, they had no batting left. So why bowl that over? It's just frustrating that they tried to be too clever and too strategic, and the strategic timeout happened. You just straight at the strategic timeout. Any other management would have put in Kuldeep Chahal or Kuldeep Sen to bowl that over. Yeah. And then they don't bowl both right at the end. So you don't bowl your best bowler right at the end. I'm struggling. I'm really struggling with that decision because they played well. Yeah, they're trying to be too clever, too technical, too.
Yeah, it was very strange that bowl.
Yeah. Now I'm still stunned.
Strange for bowl to not bowl.
As I said, I don't mind Kuldeep Sen. I don't mind Kuldeep Sen, but you got your premier fast bowler doesn't bowl his full quota, and then Daryl Mitchell bowls when he didn't need to bowl. So and the other thing I was really upset was the Kuldeep. The Chahal LBW for Surya Kumar Yadav. How the hell was that umpire's call? It hit him in the middle of the pad. Yeah.
As I said in the group, just like the South Africa Test series, someone like Virat Kohli should go up to stump mic and say something.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. As I said, it was one of those things that come in, you look at it and you think they need, the fact is they took it to the last over and they lost, with a 6 from Daniel Sams. But I have to give one credit to Riley Meredith. Riley Meredith last over, he's been really slated badly by a lot of people, but that last over he bowled to Hetmeyer was, very, very classy.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, Paji, your thoughts also of MS Dhoni being back as CSK captain? They replaced him back. I mean, Ravindra Jadeja wants to focus on his game and on his batting. So, your thoughts on MSD back as captain? I don't understand about that decision.
Yeah, completely driven by social media and by, frenzy that they want to create. They're not going to qualify for the tournament. So why not build this about the proper captain who should be captain of that team? And that one person is Moeen Ali. Moeen Ali should be captain of that team. Unless Moeen Ali is out for the rest of the IPL, I can't understand that decision of why you would.
I think he's injured, right, Paji? I think he's injured.
I think he's injured. Yeah, I think he's injured. But what they should have done, they should have said, okay, MSD's been the captain until Moeen gets fit. And when Moeen gets fit, Moeen will then be the captain next season. Because I think they've got to make that decision. And the problem is Jadeja is too subservient.
Do you think Moeen Ali is a good captaincy choice? I know he's been
very
doing well
good
for Birmingham Phoenix in 100, but this is IPL and it's completely different.
Yeah. But again, he's captain the England team in a T20 as well, I think. So no, Moeen Ali is brilliant on the field, and he's brilliant on the field.
Only captaincy options CSK have got.
Yeah, he's the only one. Yeah, but to be fair, he's a very good option, and the fact is
because they get a Morgan or a
Hindi as well. The Hindi as well. He can communicate with the Indian speaking, the guys that don't speak good English. So in that sense, it's a good option for him. But I don't know. I didn't think Jadeja was the right choice at the start. And if you ask me now, he's too important to the team to think about captaincy. His batting, his bowling, his fielding. He's the gun in all of them. So that type of player, you probably don't want to give him the burdency of the captaincy.
Yeah. And talking about DC versus Lucknow as well, coming back to Varun, I think this number 3 is sort of a problem for Lucknow because I don't know, Manish Pandey, will he be dropped? I mean, he was dropped last game, but do you think maybe they'll stick with the same playing 11 or bring in Stoinis? Because I don't know what Stoinis has been doing in this IPL also. He was a retainee as well and he's not performing either with the bat or the ball. I don't know what the number 3 is a big concern for Lucknow right now. So do you think they'll bring in a Pandey back and Badoni from first 3 or 4? I think a lot of high expectations from Badoni, and I think has had about 4 or 5 failures after that since his first performance in the first 3 matches. So the number 6 and 7 is also a concern for Lucknow right now.
Yeah,
even though they won that match.
Always been their problem. Number 3 has always been their problem. When they bought Manish Pandey, I just didn't see the number 3 first of all succeeding. When I saw Manish Pandey on the screen at number 3, I never thought that I would succeed because I saw personally 4 years, man. 4 years I had to suffer with Manish Pandey at 3 and 4. So I know the feel, and I feel this Lucknow team, he won't perform, man. So yeah, I think, see, for Delhi as well, Stoinis has played for opening and at number 3. So Stoinis has his experience. Just send him at 3. Why playing him so low? He has that talent. He has a capacity. He can carry the innings as well.
I think he played at 4, right? He played at number 4.
He can play anywhere from 1 to 6. He's flexible. If you're having
at Melbourne Stars, Varun at Melbourne Stars, he had his best ever T20 series as opener.
Yeah, so just make him play in the top order, at least from anywhere from 1 to 3. Right, that's the top order right there. Make him play there if you're having problems with number 3.
And I prefer Krunal and Jason Holder at 6 and 7 anyway. Yeah. So you've got your 2 finishers. You don't need to play Stoinis any lower than that. You need Stoinis at 3. But again, I think with Lucknow, their luck is going to end tomorrow, and I think Delhi will beat them tomorrow. It's a massive game. A must win for Delhi.
But don't you think Evan Lewis will help?
No.
Don't you think Evan Lewis might help?
Who will you remove?
Number 3.
Who will you remove?
Maybe a Stoinis. Because he's not bowling as well, right? He's not
Oh
being
yeah,
given
he's
to
not
bowl
bowling. Okay.
from KL Rahul. They have 9 bowling options. I think if Stoinis is also there, so even if he drops out,
Yeah.
then it will be 8. They can bowl Huda, they
Yeah.
can bowl Badoni, they can bowl. I don't know. They have so many options.
I
Kunal
don't know
Augustin
if they're
was.
gonna replace Stoinis with Evan Lewis. They might just think of him as a retention and just play with him.
Yeah. I think I like that Evan Lewis at 3 anyway. So why not play Evan Lewis at 3? Yeah. Or even better, drop KL to 3 and just play Evan Lewis at the top.
Okay,
He's a
fine
beast.
enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I think that
Make
perhaps could
Kelrod
work.
clear for you.
Yeah, I mean
He's
that's
a
a good
beast.
option.
Evan
Yeah.
Lewis is a beast. Yeah. Evan Lewis is a beast. So I would definitely play Evan Lewis. Yeah.
Hmm.
But today's
And
Tawatia's day again. Tawatia's day
Yeah.
again today. I'm just so happy Tawatia performed against RCB. That was how happy I'm from that result. I was disappointed with our answer result.
I see Gujarat is getting so lucky, man. From the first game itself, they're getting
No, I don't. I
I think
disagree.
today wasn't a lucky. I think they deserve to win with how they perform, especially with. I think they won it in the last over, but still, I think
yeah,
they were deserved winners.
no,
Anyways,
they had only 7 to win in the last over, but even if you see the past games as well, they've been getting lucky. And Hardik Pandya also said in the post presentation, we are getting lucky by winning these games. I don't think this is gonna work in the playoffs.
Baron,
he might be saying
I
that, but I don't
disagree. I
see.
disagree. But I think what Gujarat have done is they timed their innings so well, and they have the faith in the players that are going to perform. And if you look at the start of the season, every single player would have said David Miller is rubbish. Yeah, he's finished.
Yeah, true,
And look at
true.
how well
I
he's
agree.
played there.
Yeah.
Everybody would have said 9.5 crore for Tawatia is a waste of money. Look how he's performed. And then you look
True.
at Hardik's captaincy. You say Hardik is a poor captain. Nobody in the in India, the 1.2 billion people in India, and
I think only
the
Deep
1 billion
predicted.
yeah, yeah. Well, Deep might have predicted. Deep is probably the only one,
Yeah.
but Hardik Pandya as a captain, nobody would think of that. And then you look at their bowling options, you thought, yeah, they've just got stacked. The thing what they've done well is they've kept the consistency in their selection, and they've had and they've backed the players, and I think that's the reason why they've
True.
done really well.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah, and good to see Sai Sudarshan also getting a game. I mean, that guy, even
Wow.
though he scored 20 or 14, I see some promise with Sai Sudarshan. And it's good that they're trying out with all the youngsters, Yash Dayal, Nalkande, Sai Sudarshan.
They have to try with
Pradeep
Sai
Sangwan
Kishore,
today.
man. They have to try with Sai
Yeah, I think they
Kishore as a
should bring in
spinner.
Sai Kishno. Jayant Yadav is there, Sai Kishno. I think they could try them now. Gujarat have already qualified for the playoffs. Why not try either a spinner now? I think, or bring in
But
a
how
Noor
good was
Ahmed as
Sangwan?
well.
Yeah.
How good was Sangwan today?
Sangwan really good today. Solid performance. 2 for 19, I think, of 4 overs. Really was bowling out of his mind today. It was just brilliant today.
And his control was brilliant. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes that's why when people say they're lucky, you can't bowl like that without being gone. And it's all down to Gary Kirsten. Gary Kirsten's getting a tune out these guys, man. And everybody in India loves Gary Kirsten, and you can see what he's doing with Gujarat. And Gujarat within the finals, they'll have all the crowd for them as well. So
I think I think Gary Kirsten is the coach and Ashish Nehra is the mentor. With what I see, what's going on with Gujarat.
yeah. And Vikram Solanki's in the background, so I've met Vikram a few times. So so that they've got cricketers in their background team, and they've done well. And I think they've selected well. And look now, have what's his name again? They have the other guy, the England guy, the Zimbabwean guy.
Oh yeah, Andy Flower.
Andy Flower. Andy Flower.
Lucknow.
Yeah. So they've got these new teams have recruited well within their coaching staff, and like we've got Malinga. Malinga's improved our bowling by 10%, and Dale Steyn has improved Sunrisers by 10%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah, with Umran Malik, and that's one thing I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing Umran bowl tomorrow, another fifer, and just destroy CSK.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, and CSK will perhaps go hard at him if there's another mega auction next, where I think that's very unlikely.
No, we'll retain him easily. If we retain him, by just playing 3 games, he's already performing. Why won't we retain him again?
Yeah, that's true. Yes. hopefully Umran Malik will be retained for many years to come for SRH with how he's performing. Perhaps
Well,
we'll
I
be
think
going
they
on
will.
Indian squad.
I think the only thing Sunrisers need to do now is get a tune out of Abdul Samad. If they could get a tune out of Abdul Samad, then suddenly, they've got that player. Because I think
Prashant
that
But they
Singh
player.
have
is
Shashank
performing
Singh,
now,
no?
so I
But
mean,
Shashank Singh is
Yeah,
performing,
but
right?
but I say Abdul Samad. To be fair, what I've watched of Abdul Samad, I think that's a beast of a player there. So
yeah,
something's missing in his makeup, which is not making him do it. And I think could be money or could be finances. He's relaxed a bit. But the thing is now Umran Malik is doing so well. I think maybe Abdul Samad will have to up his game a bit more. And then, but you got a player in him because again, the 2 overs his spin, he could offer you that, and he could offer you the power at the back end. Because as I said before, when I do my coaching with players, the first thing I coach them is how to hit the ball hard and powerful, because you can't teach that afterwards. They've got to be able defensive stuff they can learn, but the natural power thing, and Abdul Samad has that power gun. So if he can perform, if they get chewed out of him, then for 4 years, 3 or 4 years, you've got
Yeah.
Abdul Samad, Umran Malik, Abhishek Sharma. That is a core of a potentially a IPL winning team.
Yeah,
And
and
Kavya
another big
Maran.
positive.
And Kavya Maran mentioning them as well.
Another big positive for SRH is also Adam Markram. He has been really, really good. I mean, he's not been tried out before in Indian condition. I think for Punjab, he played in the second leg, but this is his first proper full season. And very, very impressive from Markram this season. I think he's the only batsman to have a 100 plus average. I think he's been
123.
120. Yes, that's what he's been really, really good in that middle order. So thoughts, Varun? I think Markram has been under. I think he was bought for 4 crores, right? I can't remember exactly,
No,
but still,
2.8, 2.6 or
yeah, that's the
2.8.
thing. 2.8 crores. Why haven't teams gone for Eden Markram? I was surprised that neither the CSK, MI, no one was thinking of Markram. Even Punjab could have gone and bought him, but they didn't
Punjab
even.
should have gone for him.
They
Punjab should have
did.
gone
I
for him.
think they
Gone for
did.
him. Punjab went, but then they gave it up. I think after 2.8.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that's a bargain player. If you offered me I'd remark him now, I'll take your hands off for him. Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah,
Same with
as I said,
Tripathi. Same with Tripathi as well. I think Tripathi
Tripathi
KKR
was
should have easily retained him.
8.75.
KKR should have easily retained him instead of Venkatesh Iyer. For sure.
Yeah.
Because he can bat anywhere. He
I
can
just
bat
hope
anywhere. He can
Sunrise.
open, he can bat in the middle order. He could have solved everything for KKR. But
Yeah.
Venkatesh Iyer is clearly out of form right now.
I just hope Sunrisers keep faith with Marco Janssen, because that's another player I really like.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
definitely.
When we had that debate, Baron, Romario Shepherd or Marco Janssen, I said to you straight,
Yeah.
Marco Janssen, 100% of the way. I said, Marco Janssen, you've got to play that player.
See, Marco
Definitely.
Jansen just
Agree
had
from the
one
start
bad
of the
game,
season.
and it was again. It happens when you're playing against a quality side. Gujarat Titans, they're on a roll, right? So it happens, and the ball wasn't really swinging in Wankhede, that in the second innings, right? So
Yeah,
especially as I said, it's rolling his arms, swinging the ball. It wasn't happening. It was an off day. That's just it. Just to give him more chances.
So I'm going to go
Yeah.
for tomorrow. I'm going to go for Delhi Capitals to beat LSG, and I'll go for Sunrisers to beat CSK, and that'll be
Same
interesting for the table. That'll be very interesting for the table. So I hope you guys win. I've got a dash now, guys. So I will catch you later.
Yeah.
Hopefully sometime
I
tomorrow.
think we are sending it. Yeah. Yeah. Even I'm going
But
with the
yeah,
same
hopefully
predictions.
Delhi
I think
win. Delhi and Sunrisers win tomorrow, and then we'll be happy.
hopefully.
And then
Dhoni,
Dhoni captaincy. I don't want to. No, not for me.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Yeah. See you. Yes. Even we
Take
are going
care.
to end it right now. Yeah. Even I'm also going for a Delhi again win against Lucknow, and Sunrise is going to beat CSK. Varun, your predictions?
I'm not saying anything, but for DC versus LSG, doesn't really matter who wins. But I don't know. I mean, see, if we lose and Delhi Capitals win, that might be a problem for us. And if Lucknow win, we might just still retain our spot even if we lose. So I want to support DC, but I want Lucknow to win, or it's vice versa. So I don't really know how it's gonna go. I don't really care who's gonna win. But
Yeah.
about the SRH game, I'm not gonna say anything. Right. I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep
because
my
we
mouth
don't
shut.
know what Dhoni will do tomorrow. Dhoni special or something tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much, Varun, and we'll end things over there. Thank you to Paji and to Ritam also for joining. Please do subscribe to Sports Breakdown. Please check Varun's Instagram account and his account also Mana Sunrisers also. So I'll put the link if I can now or in the morning if I can. Yes, today morning. So I'll have a few hours of sleep and then add that tomorrow morning. Yes, I'll add that tomorrow morning. So yes. So thank you so much, guys. Please do like, comment, and share on this video. And yeah, see you in the next video, guys. Thank you so much. And yeah,
Thank
thanks
you.
once again, Varun, for joining. And yeah, see you for tomorrow's review. Thank you so much.
See you.
See you. Good night.